Yo, what's up guys, and I'm just gonna do a quick bell tier list, and let's just get into it. So the first bell we have here is actually Reaper Bell, and this is one of the best bells in the game because not only does it auto execute, which is extremely useful in ganks, but it also gives you a major health pack. This is just without a doubt the best bell in the game. It's a must have for ganks and is so useful. Next up we have Yoru, and Yoru is kinda mid, I'm not gonna lie. There's a glitch with Yoru that actually makes it kinda usable called double Yoru, and that's only if it's tarnished. And basically with double Yoru, it's just how the name suggests, you can have double Yoru. And with that glitch, it's like a B tier, but without it, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a D tier, to be honest. Most of the times, people are actually faster than you in Yoru, which is crazy. You're literally in Yoru Bell. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. Next up is Crazy Sluts. Crazy Sluts is super good with damage modifiers and stuff like that because of the insane damage it deals. Like, the Divine Greatsword literally deals 75 damage. Like, imagine that with 2 times damage multipliers. That's like a 150 health. So this is extremely good. This is definitely A tier. Next up is Kamui. A lot of you guys are gonna get mad at me for not putting this in S tier. Well, personally, I think this is just a worse teleportation bell. It has its uses. It's definitely A tier, but I don't see it being as S tier. Most people like this bell because it's a Naruto reference, so I'm expecting a lot of you guys that in the comments gonna be modding at this, but it's like an A tier. Next up is Gravity Field, and you know, this kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, because it also slows you down as well. It slows the caster down in the field, just not with the debuffs it gives the opponents, like the slower swing speeds. And most of the time, people can very easily get out of it. It really depends on the variant you have. Like if you have the one where they can't jump, that's really good. I would say that variant's like a B tier, but overall, I think this bell is like a C tier. Next up, we have Counter Bell. Counter Bell is extremely good for 1v1s. Even after the nerf, it is extremely good. This is definitely S tier bell. Next up, we have Resurrection. I have never, or actually, I have only seen Resurrection used 2 times in my entire time playing Deepwoken. No one uses this bell, and even if you have it, it barely even works. Like, even if they get knocked, they stay there for 5 seconds where people can Reaper them, which is just a buggy bell. I think this is going to be our first F tier. Next up, we have Run It Back. Run It Back in PvE is garbage, because if you're below half HP and a mob hits you once, the Run It Back gets cancelled. In PvP, it's actually pretty solid, so you know, I think this is like, I'd say Run It Back is B tier. Next up is Sacred Field. Sacred Field is extremely good in both PvP and PvE because you can push people out of a zone. Like, this is a big AoE, you can get people out of it. And most of the time, people don't know if you have Mantra variant or physical variant. So they usually don't even go in the field in the first place. You can put down like Campfire, heal, and force them to come to you. This is definitely a solid A tier. Next up is Shardbow. Shardbow is really good for PvP, and it's on the same tier as Counter. These are both really good for PvP, so I would put it in like top of A tier, to be honest. Next up is Souljar. Now, Souljar is basically an offensive Reaper. It auto executes if you have a soul, and it also does decent damage. The only downside is that you need to be prepared. You need to have 5 souls already, which is a major downside to this bell, which that's why Souljar has a lot of capabilities, but I do think it's D tier because of all the preparation you need. Next up is Teleportation Bell and S tier. The Teleportation Bell is so good. It's so good. Alright, next up is Windup, and you know what? Windup is not bad. It's really going on damage modifier builds, and especially since the recent buff where it gives you a flat damage increase now. So I would say this is definitely a B tier. And yeah, that's it. Send me hate comments if you disagree. Send me love comments if you agree. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe if you enjoyed, and bye bye guys.